All aboard! Next stop, AniMay18, your daily dose of anime every day in May. May I see your tickets? Ah, yes. Welcome aboard the Galaxy Express 39. I wanted to love Galaxy Express 999. Wait, say it's pronounced 39? Alright, well, Galaxy Express 39 had a lot of elements that I was excited about. It's a 70s anime, which would usually be a point against it, because I'm not really into that era of animation, but the creator was Leiji Matsumoto, who designed the characters for a ton of anime and manga, including Interstellar 5555, which, now I bet you'd say was pronounced Interstellar 4 or 5, right? But yeah, I really dig his character designs. They're very simple and totally of this era, but the guy refuses to update his style even to this day. You can recognize a Matsumoto girl from a mile away, but I kinda dig the long elegant features and the cutesy round faces. This film is also about a traveling spaceship gussied up like an old-fashioned steam engine locomotive. Two of my favorites, space and old-fashioned trains. How could this movie possibly let me down? We're introduced to our main protagonist, the plucky young orphan Tetsuro, living on the outskirts of Megalopolis, this big futuristic city on planet Earth. Not gonna lie, I like the look of the city. Of course, it's a pretty seedy place, and Tetsuro needs to make a living as a thief with his goal of getting a ticket for the ritzy Galaxy Express 39. Which apparently is super easy to just wait around and steal from some random lady. You guys had him and you let him go! Jeez, you can't manufacture good help these days. Anyways, Tetsuro runs into this lady, passes out from exhaustion, and she hides him from the authorities. Turns out Tetsuro's mom was shot and killed by this guy named Count Mecha, a mechanical man who hunts non-mechanized humans for sport. I don't know why Tetsuro and his mom were wandering around in the tundra and they're just naked under these cloaks. So Count Mecha's like, "She's my most beautiful specimen yet. Now that's what I call a trophy wife." So Tetsuro's real goal is to ride the 39 to get to the mechanical homeworld where apparently they're just giving away mechanical bodies to whoever wants them. Not sure how that works, but if you're mechanical, you can live forever. Pretty sweet deal. Except Tetsuro then wants to kill Count Mecha and avenge his mother. Not sure how he's gonna kill a mechanized man even if he's mechanical as well. Whatever, he's just a kid. The woman from before who protected Tetsuro is named Maytel, and her motives are pretty fishy to say the least, but she looks exactly like Tetsuro's dead mom, which is important to the story. And she's got 2 tickets to the 39, and the cops are still after him, so why not? The 39 is actually this state-of-the-art spaceship, but is just designed to look like an old locomotive. I guess just to be cool. I love that the 39 needs this stupid-looking train track ramp to get into space. I mean, how else are you gonna get a train up there? So then the film turns into this 2-hour-long, plotting, meandering story about Tetsuro and Maytel landing on different planets and getting caught up in pointless side activities. These are supposed to be little vignettes to enrich the lore and give the movie opportunities to shoehorn in its stupid, fear-mongering, naive, anti-technology message. For instance, one of Saturn's moons is this crazy, literally lawless place where people just shoot and kidnap each other constantly. Why a ritzy ship like the 39 with its ultra-valuable passengers needs to stop on this moon for 16 days is beyond me. The bandits who kidnap Maytel are painted as these heroes, the last bastion against the rising mechanized people, who, I guess, are also just kidnapping children indiscriminately. When they see that the two are in fact human, they just let them go on their merry way. What was the point of this stop again? There's this guy, Captain Harlock, and some other space pirates, but they don't matter at all. This pirate chick Emeraldus looks exactly like Maytel and Tetsuro's mom, but that's not important to the story. That's just because Matsumoto's a hack who can't draw more than 5 interchangeable character designs. Also, this robot lady on the other lawless planet looks just like Maytel and Emeraldus, but that's not important either. She's technically Count Mecha's girlfriend, but she hates being a robot and lets Tetsuro and the bandit guy from before kill everyone. Yeah, Count Mecha dies like halfway through this film, and it just keeps going now because Tetsuro wants to destroy the mechanical homeworld and every mechanized person. Hold on a second, dude, that's some pretty heinous profiling. Not all mechanical people deserve or even want to die. Everyone's got this irrational vendetta against these robot people when it seems like a voluntary decision and one that seemed pretty appealing to you a couple of years ago. The process is also incredibly vague. At first it sounds like, get a ticket for the 39 and then you can go to the Andromeda Galaxy and transfer your consciousness into a machine, but then on Pluto it's revealed that every mechanized person's body is frozen under the planet's surface awaiting to be thawed and the original person returned to it. Okay, so it's not even a permanent procedure? What's the problem? Oh wait, the transfer into the mechanical body is free, but then they hold your original body ransom and it's super expensive to get it back. That's how they get you. Also, why are there so many different kinds of robotic people? On Earth we see full android-looking people, and then on this Wild West planet there's all kinds of run-down, janky-looking robots, and the waitress on the 3-9 is made out of lead glass. Then there are guys in this bar that look completely human but turn out to be robotic underneath? Who decides what kind of mechanical body you get? Are there different tiers? Is it just luck of the draw, or is it about keeping up to date with expensive new parts? So long story short, Maytel is actually the princess of the mechanized homeworld, also called Maytel. It's unclear who's named after who. And the planet is powered by organic life forms who get converted into living parts in a machine to be tortured for all eternity. And Maytel's job is to bring back strong-willed humans from Earth because they make for better machine parts. It's also unclear if the whole free mechanical bodies idea is also just fake propaganda to get more willing volunteers. But psych! Maytel is actually in cahoots with her human father! I guess she's half human, and they've been strategically choosing people to be put into the home planet so they could be set off in some kind of chain reaction and destroy the planet. And they don't even need Tetsuro, everything was already set up without him, he just runs away from the explosions. The whole message is about preserving humanity and the fear of technology, which is all fine and good and the topic of plenty of engaging sci-fi and cyberpunk stories, like Ghost in the Shell for example. But Galaxy Express 3-9 is so naive and ignorant about the whole thing. Without even questioning the value of such a technology, everything gets a big evil stamped on it and is considered an affront to mankind. The movie really shows its age, and the story was a source of a ton of frustration when it wasn't being exceedingly boring. The worst part is that this franchise spawned a zillion movies and a 113-episode-long TV series. It's all fluff and no substance. Compare this to Interstellar, basically a 1-hour music video of the Daft Punk Discovery album. Not only is it one of the best albums of all time, but somehow they weaved a wordless narrative that perfectly matches the tone of each song in order. It's a masterpiece of cinema that has the best elements of Matsumoto's art style with none of his terrible writing. And the emotional drama is 1,000 times more believable and effective without a single word even being spoken, rather than the 2-hour-long slog of preaching in this film. Galaxy Express 3-9 is a relic of its time, and honestly best forgotten at this point. The plot is just a string of inconsequential scenes with a heavy-handed message that comes across as incredibly ignorant. When the singularity comes, I hope there'll be more nuanced discussions than the black and white views of this film. While visually distinct, the film becomes cheapened by recycled character designs and is overall unimpressive in the animation department. A wholly disappointing film if I've ever seen one, and much like its anti-robot message, is destined to die in obscurity. We've arrived at our destination, but AniMay18 is far from over, so I hope you'll join me again tomorrow for the next leg of our anime journey.